So there are different players that are going to be taken out for different games for Sanchez, and they're all going to get games.
I just want to recap our talking points for anyone who might have missed it. We're talking about two key gentlemen that are such big headlines for Manchester United. What I want to know from you tonight is Sanchez. Where do you play him? Who takes the back seat? Who dropped from the squad? Sanchez will be in the starting 11, but who, in your opinion, goes in a role, sat on the bench, might come on? Sanchez got to be the key player for Manchester United, so who is it that falls back? We're also talking about Mourinho signing up to United till 2020. I'm saying that Mourinho needs to win the league next year.
Wait.
We all agreed that, but now he's got this 4th year. Why are we giving him the excuse of maybe he can win it in the 4th year? No, he signed a 3-year deal, get us a league title in that 3-year period. Now he's got a leeway of the 4th year just because Pep's outdone him, right? No, that's not how it works. Get the title in the 3rd year. Next year's his 3rd year. Get that title.
It's not just because Pep's outdone him.
Well, you said that himself. There's no audio on YouTube, so people can't say it.
If you actually look at how many points we've acquired this season, it's been a pretty good season for United. Sorry, not phenomenal. That is not the word at all. It's been a good season so far, and he deserves, and it is a title challenge in any other Premier League season.
Is a title challenge. I think that you never know. What do you think about that? Maybe if I want Mourinho to win the title in the 3rd year,
you're looking at it, Joe. When both the managers come into the clubs, Guardiola was left with a better squad. You know, we had some duck eggs in there. You know, who shouldn't have been at the club, and he stayed there, Joe. But the thing is, it's hard to get him out. He went out and dressed the problem. He got 2 decent full-backs, and I hate praising City. I'm not going to praise them now, but they've done good this year.
Yeah.
We've done okay, Joe. If you look at our record, you know, you look at that stupid Huddersfield game, which was absolutely terrible. You look at the draws over Christmas when we threw games away and we had to scramble back. But he's coming good, and I think next year we've got to hit the ground running. You can't let a team like City get the start now. Obviously, Liverpool's shown what to beat him. You know, you press him, you Harris him. A crazy 10 minutes and he scored 3 goals. So I think that we will be up there. I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I want us to win the league next year, but he'll get a couple of players more in. A couple will go out who he doesn't fancy, and we'll be ready from day one.
100%. Let us know what you think about Jose Mourinho. Get in touch. What I'm going to do is we got some callers in already. I was going to take a quick break, but I can't. Mohammed's on the line. Mohammed, good evening.
Hi there.
Sanchez.
Hello.
We're talking about Sanchez. The two key men that are going to be talking all through the podcast is Mourinho, it's Sanchez, but you want to speak about Sanchez.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
I want to say that, Sanchez coming to the club is very good because I think he's going to change the way how everything's going now. I think, he'll definitely, change the forward. He'll create chances to Lukaku. I think he'll change that forward position in the club.
Do you think that Lukaku is going to benefit more than anyone else? Because I'm really excited to see how he's going to do getting the proper service.
Because Sanchez, he knows the Premier League. He knows how everything works in the Premier League. He's been there for a long time, and we've seen he's been playing very good in Arsenal. So I think he's going to give Lukaku some good chances.
Where'd you play him?
I think, to be honest with you, I want him to play in the right.
You want to stick him in the right. Mohammed, thank you very much for your call.
Thank you.
We're going to go to Umar on line 2. Did I get that right, mate?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Perfect. And you want Sanchez on the right as well?
Yeah, I think he'll play on the right. I think probably Martial will probably stay on the left. And it'll probably be between Mata and Lingard. That's probably go off.
Who's your gut feeling that you want to see move to the bench then?
It'll probably be Mata, I think. I think Lingard might stay in.
Mata is, he's been talking about the guy who will step down from the United squad or being a first team player. Does he still, in your opinion, have his place on the bench? Can he come off? Can he make an impact?
For me, it depends on where they're playing Sanchez and Martial. I mean, if, like Umar said, then we end up playing Sanchez on the right and keep Martial in the team, which is what I really want to happen, then I think it's more likely that Mata actually stays in the team as that in that number 10, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's just you. So when you talk about Sanchez playing on the right, how much of a game changer do you think Sanchez is going to be?
I think he'll take more of the chances that we will get in the games. I think like if you look at the Burnley game, we had a lot of chances that we missed. So I think he'll take a lot of the chances that we missed.
Yeah, Umar, thank you very much for your call. Mate. Right, we're going to take a quick break, and I want you to get your calls in now. We had some technical issues, I think, but guys, you've got something that you want people to do on the break. Do you know about this?
Yeah, of course.
You take this away, guys. So we're going to take a couple of minute breaks. We need to, all right, because we'll get everything sorted. Get your calls in, by the way, 0345 111 7625. Where does Sanchez play? And should Mourinho be winning the title next year? Gaz, whilst you're taking the break, this is what you need to be doing.
Right, well, basically, we have this theory on Full-Time Devils that Michael Owen has put some sort of a curse on the number 7 shirt. The reason this is because Michael Owen is the last person to do anything good in it. Don't get me wrong, I know he wasn't great at United, but he did get that goal in the last minute against City, and no one's done anything good since wearing number 7 since. So if we can all tweet Michael Owen. Is his Twitter at the Michael Owen?
Yeah, you do. I'll double check that, but what should the tweet?
The Michael Owen. And just tweet him with the hashtag remove the curse, please. Because we really, we could do with some sort
remove the curse.
Spiritual
That's what
help.
you've got to do now. Everyone listening, head over to Twitter, send him a message, hashtag remove the curse. The more messages, the more likely he is to respond. Now, break time. Do that now whilst we're on. And we'll be checking to make sure you're doing your homework. 0345 111 7625. Get your calls in nice and early so we can speak to you next.
The Excess.
Welcome back to the Excess Manchester Football Social, the Full-Time Devils takeover. Speaking about two men in particular, Jose and Sanchez. Jose has signed for Manchester United till 2020, giving him a year extension. When should he win the league? Is it in his 4th year or his 3rd year? I'm saying do it next year. He's got the money, he's got the players, there is no excuses. Sanchez, we want to speak to you about where he plays and who drops back. Do you have a sort of unique position you want to see him play? Does he work well with Lukaku? Get in touch now, 0345 111 7625. The number will be on your screens if you're watching, if you're listening. Give us a call now. It's a UK landline, no extra cost. We're not going to sting you in any way. We just want to hear from United fans tonight. When I say we, I mean Webby, I mean Gaz. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening,
Joe.
Welcome back. We are going to get to the phone soon. We're going to speak about also Michael Carrick maybe announcing that he is going to be retiring at the end of the season. I want to speak about the legacy he has left at Manchester United and what a player he is. So if you've got any thoughts on Michael Carrick, leave them in the comments section, etc., and we'll get to them. Let's speak to Daniel now. Good evening, Daniel.
Hello.
Daniel, if you've got the YouTube channel on in the background, can you just mute it for us?
Sorted.
Yes, sorted. Daniel, you want to speak about Sanchez? Other teams will now be scared of us.
Hey, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity once again. Nice to hear from you guys. Nice to hear from you, Webby, as usual. And you on the line. Back to your point, you said about the time and all that. It makes a lot of sense. Like, to be honest, with the money and everything that's been pumped into the club right now, we need that result coming quickly. Not necessarily as fast as some others might want to see it, especially our neighbours and all that, but we've actually put so much process into this and had a foundation for it to actually start to come into play now. How I see it, you were correct concerning the time. Maybe next year, to be honest, like it is right about time, and if that happens, it does make a big statement. Moving on, I'm thinking about what the starting lineup can be with Sanchez starting with Martial. If we really look at it, when we look at that starting lineup of any other team that's really dangerous, if you have a Sané and you have a Sterling, just looking at that when you get into the pitch, those players, they're scared. the opposition is scared. It's not no games here. We're looking at it. They are scared. If you start Sanchez and Martial, there is no way anyone is coming with the amount of confidence they had before they saw them. That's number one. If you have those two there, and next to Rashford coming off the bench, come on, Rashford coming off the bench. If he's coming off the bench doing what he does, and we can clearly see that boy is going to be something else, and no one is clearly taking him away from United, good.
Daniel, I'm salivating here,
Daniel,
mate.
do you not worry that Rashford's career is going to take a bit of a back step now? Sanchez comes in, Lingard's performing.
No, I think when you get these great players coming to your club, it's only better for these young boys to look at them, you know what I mean? For me now, personally, I'd say to Rashford, go and have 2 weeks break, son. Go and get on the beach.
Go and
charge you back. Like Fergie did with Schmeichel. Go and get him on the beach, and he come back, he was refreshed, and he won us the league. Rashford will come good. He's only 19. He's played in every game this season involved. So give him a break.
Daniel, can I ask you dead quick before you go, just while we're talking about Marcus Rashford, are you concerned about his form recently?
To be honest, you know something about football at the end of the day, to how I see it, 30% is just your talent, 70% is your attitude. Yeah. I really think he has that attitude to be there for a while. This happening now, it's normal. It is normal. He is just 19, as we said. We should expect a lot, number two, but he is going to come good. It's clear. He is putting in the work. There's a lot being done. So there's really no biggie about that. Imagine we have our formation with Sanchez starting, and to be honest, Mata in that number 10. The through balls will be despicable. Pogba at the back, Sanchez at the left, and Mata in the centre. The through balls will be something else, and it should work out amazing. It really should. And it's just, and about Carrick, as you said, to be honest, no one needs to even speak about Carrick if they don't understand what's going on with Carrick. He has been a wonderful servant to that club.
Indeed.
For us and all that. And for the transfers, you know, Weigl will really be a wonderful one. And even the boy at Valencia, the first time I saw him play, I really thought he was going to be a good one. And it might be just maybe rumours and everything, but I really see a long-term one there. Thank you very much, to be honest, yeah?
Daniel, thank you very much. I think you got a text there, Daniel, so make sure you reply to that. Thank you for coming on. Give us a call again when you want to. Daniel there saying, Carrick, what a player, and making some good points about Rashford. Tommy is online. Good evening, Tommy. You want to speak now about Mourinho? He's got a new contract.
Yeah, I'm buzzing, mate.
You're absolutely buzzing. So talk to me about when you heard the news and you were excited for an extra year with Mourinho in charge.
Yeah, I saw the news at about 5:30. I was absolutely buzzing. The main reason being, I think his ethos and United's ethos just go hand in hand together. Purely the fact that it's us against the world, just like it was with Ferguson, it's us against everybody else, and that's what I think Man United thrive on. The fact that everybody hates us, and the fact that everybody wants to be us, really. And I think that's what will make United go back to the top of the Premier League next season.
Well, you're spot on there what you're saying. If you look at the Bristol team, their final was against Manchester United. Deservedly they won the game. What have they done since that game? They've won one game out of 9 games.
You know what? I say this, right? And this winds me. Well, it winds me up.
God knows what he's going to say now.
That other people aren't wound up by it, right? Say if you're a fan of a lower Premier League club or a lower league club or something like that. You watch your players play out of their skin against Manchester United, turn up, get a phenomenal result against one of the biggest clubs in the world. You're absolutely buzzing. Well done, lads. Well done. Then the next game, and the next game, and the next game after that, they turn to absolute rubbish. I always think...
Play for a move.
Well, if you're a fan of these clubs, though, do you not think, you'd look at the players and you'd think, how come you can turn up when you can be bothered against them, but not against these the next week? It just baffles me that fans never have a go at him.
Can I ask you then for a second, Tommy? Mourinho, when do you want him to win the league? The guys in the studio are saying May the 4th season, but do you not expect him to win it next year?
I think I'd want him to do it next year, of course we all would, but if he doesn't win it next year, I wouldn't be calling for his head or anything like that. I think you've got to give him time, and he's building something that will win things. And another thing I'd just like to say, the whole stigma about Mourinho, the fact that he's defensive and all of this, and he's a whinger and all of this. I'm unfortunate enough to have a blue for a mother, and what she doesn't get is...
Divorce her.
For a mother.
Divorce me
Still
mother,
divorce her.
What she doesn't get is how we all love Mourinho, or the majority of United fans love Mourinho, because he's that way, because he seems to get that everybody doesn't like us, but everybody wants to be us. And what I've tried to impress on her and all the other Gorton masses is that it doesn't matter if you're a whinge, it doesn't matter if you're the most horrible person in the world. If you win trophies, you will be loved.
Tommy, you walk calling, mate. You have a midnight and enjoy yourself. Enjoy the rest of the season. That's Tommy there. Before we get to Magnus, who's in Norway, smash that a bit. We're going to speak about Carrick, because this leads on to our next caller. Carrick announces retirement, an end of an era. As many people are pointing out, that everyone who started the Champions League final for United have all gone now. Carrick was the last one, and then at the end of the season, it'll just be finished. It's 10 years, so it's still a good run. But your thoughts on Carrick as a United player, Webby?
Top class.
Yeah.
Smoking cigars, knocking that ball all over the pitch, calm things down when we was in sticky situations. Great player. Gutted that he's got to retire, but obviously he's gone into the coaching. He can only be great for the club. These young kids listen to what Michael's been through at Manchester United. You know, what a play. Up till last year, he was still the main man. Absolutely gutted he's got to retire, but obviously that's his choice. The club have looked after him because they know the amount of things what he could pass on to other people, so they're getting him on board. Been an absolute pleasure watching him. Unbelievable player. Gaz,
let's talk to you then. United, what a man. What a man. Carrick, what a man. I loved him. If no one's seen the videos that they shared on Full-Time Devils, and XX managed to retweet it, of him standing in the stands at the
wasn't near me,
kicking United, chanting,
kicking the United songs off.
Kicking the United songs off.
This is when I'm thinking about certain players and I'm thinking about why I love them. For me, like, obviously a lot of it's based on what they do on the pitch, but there's also a lot based on what they do off the pitch. Michael Carrick, on the pitch, was a player who I felt like I had to defend for a long period of time, and I don't understand why I had to defend him, because for me, he was a crucial part in a team that won everything. Yeah. But he was a player that a lot of Man United fans did not appreciate for quite a long time, and it's because of the position that he plays, where if you're at the ground, some days you will go home thinking, I didn't even realise Carrick was playing, and then you'd watch it later and see what he did.
Do you know what? There was a thing there, I mentioned it a few shows back, things which I'd love to see at Old Trafford. It was Solskjaer playing with Larson. That never happened. And I would love to see Carrick play alongside your man Matic. That would have been absolute. You never got the ball back.
You never know.
Never got the ball back.
I want to speak to Magnus now in Norway, because he wants to talk about captain, as Carrick was probably one of our last leaders. But Magnus, you've got someone that you would want to be captain when Carrick retires.
I want De Gea to be captain. I think he's the biggest class player we have right now. I mean, it's about his persona and how he takes care of himself and how he presents himself. I think that is a big thing when you're a captain of Manchester United. And Carrick, he was a big class man. He's class all the way. He take care of himself. The way he acts around the press, around everything. He's a captain. And in our team, I think De Gea probably is that man because I don't think Mata is big enough in Manchester to be captain. But De Gea, I think he is.
Yeah. Guys, throw another name at you here, Magnus, because I completely agree with what you're saying, and probably De Gea is the most likely candidate because of how he voices himself on the pitch. What about Paul Pogba?
Yeah. Paul Pogba, he's too much into himself.
Okay.
He's a great player. He's probably our best outfield player, and he's come from the United system and stuff like that. But as a captain, he misses something. Maybe if Roy Keane went and stayed with him for a week and taught him stuff, then he would be a captain material. But right now, he's not.
I kind of I get what you're saying, because in a way, like Pogba, you see him getting on with, like, because this is what I love about Pogba. Seems like he gets on with every single player in the squad. He's always a different video of him having a laugh with someone else. And I feel like maybe what you're saying is he's not quite. You couldn't imagine him shouting at someone. You couldn't imagine him being aggressive towards someone.
Yeah, you need somebody that would take everybody by the scruff of the neck and like, you should do your fucking job right now.
Yeah, I got that one again.
We'll have to cut that
Magnus, sorry, I was in there like a flash. That's the second one in 2 weeks. Can you believe it?
Jump, man.
If anyone, if anyone's listening, we can go to the next caller. I think I did. You did actually jump. I've just seen the video. It's all good. It's all gravy. YouTube, you know what happened on the radio. People listening on the radio. Where Magnus, who spoke great English, by the way. So I swear I could have. I might have swore in Norway. You never know. But great English. But unfortunately, Magnus, he did say a naughty word. Let's move on to Akeem. You're talking about Sanchez and Mourinho. It's a big week for United.
It is a big week for United, a huge week. We are back.
Oof.
Now, it's a stepping stone, obviously. The only thing is, City's had a fantastic season, which has kind of undermined ours. But like Gaz said earlier, any other season, by the way, hi Gaz, hi Webby, absolute full-time devil legend, especially Webby. You're the first I click on every week when you're on. Outside standings, that's the only problem. It's gone now, so I can't see you out there. But anyway, back to my point, and that Man U's back on top. Yes, we are. Jose Mourinho signing this one-year contract is absolutely excellent. I think overall he's been fantastic for the club. We're going in the right direction, and under Moyes and Van Gaal, anybody else is better, to be honest with you. But we really are going in the right direction, I believe.
Yeah, and you talk about Sanchez. Do you have someone who might move to one side, Sanchez, in the squad that you've got?
Well, I was debating this with my mates the other day. I believe that Sanchez, with his experience, I think he should play on the right. I don't think we should do anything to take any confidence away from Rashford and Martial on the left-hand side. I think that them two should be bedded in there. I mean, you've got to think, Zlatan might be going in the summer. It's looking like he's leaving, definitely, to pastures new. So I feel like Martial and Rashford will get their chance up front in the future. But for now, as we speak, keep them lads on the left, play Sanchez on the right. We get that form from Barcelona going, and like I said, we will be a force to reckon with next season.
Is that Pep Guardiola in the background by any chance, mate? He doesn't seem happy that we got Sanchez.
He's crying. I can't stop him from crying, to be honest with you. Ever since it broke on Monday. What can you do, mate? What can you do?
Can I ask you then about Mourinho? Were you expecting a league title next year?
Well, like you said earlier, I think it has to come third year. Now, the problem what I had with us getting rid of Van Gaal was two things. One, he just about got to lift the FA Cup before it was announced that Mourinho was coming. And two, it was always a 3-year plan. The plan was always 3 years, we stick it out with Van Gaal, see what happens third season. So, in that respect, I'm still on this kind of 3-year sort of thing, and I feel like I said, with the signings what we've already made, all right, Pep, all right, I'm coming, Pep, I'm coming. Never mind. But like I said, I think in the third year we really need to be pushing towards at least a Premier League title charge, a serious one as well.
Again, we're going to have to leave you because you're going to have to deal with Pep. He's great.
Definitely, yeah.
Mate, you made some great points there, mate. Thank you for coming on Full-Time Devils Takeover.
Legends, man.
Thank you, mate.
Top man, Akeem.
Allow me. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, mate. And that was Akeem, and that could be you. 0345 111 7625. The number is across the bottom there. Get your calls in now. You've got about 20 minutes to do so. Speak to me, speak to Gaz, speak to Webby, and have a chat about Manchester United. Sanchez.
You'll do well as well to beat them last two callers.
No crying babies. No crying babies. Let us know your thoughts on Jose Mourinho and Yeovil preview as well. The FA Cup. Let's have a chat about that. Is it important for you as a United fan, the FA Cup? Do you still want to win it? If you don't think it's that important, maybe Sanchez should wait. I've heard some United fans saying Sanchez should wait to make his debut for United, not play against Yeovil. What is your thoughts? 0345 111 7625. Just like that, we are back. The XS Manchester Football Social, the final section of the show. We're talking about Mourinho, we're talking about Sanchez. David, you're on the line. We will be coming to you, but I've got to talk about the Kung Fu kick. Is it 23 years ago? 23 years ago since Cantona did a Kung Fu kick to a fan from the opposition. And it's story time. This is Webby's story time. Webby, take it away. You were there.
Yeah, it was a great night, great trip down on the coach. Obviously, what gets a lot of people, obviously, it's a good quiz question. Who scored United's goal that night? David May, 1-1 draw. Then Eric kicks the centre-half, gets sent off, and all hell breaks loose. And I'll always remember ringing my mum on the way home. We stopped somewhere, and she went, "It's all over the news, it's all over the news." So I think planes crashed, summits crashed. Eric had made the headlines of the news, and I'll always remember the next day Paddy Credden stood on the forecourt at Manchester United in the driving snow, defending Eric to the hilt like he wasn't guilty, you know. Obviously the rest is history. He stayed and done his ban, which was bang over the top for me. You know, someone had abused his family. He's only do what we'd do in the street, you know. It was a disgrace. He'd done his ban, he come back, and the rest is history. But 23 years ago, and being there at Sellers Park, it seems a few years ago, but what a night.
Crazy. What a night. A night we will never forget. Yeah. Right, we've got a bit of a challenge for anyone. Thank you very much for listening and watching on Facebook. But for YouTube, if you are watching, 500 likes on this video now, and we will play the Webby techno song that DJ Gaz, should we call, has created. DJ Gaz, you're in the mix this morning. You've come up with something.
This was completely accidental. I was editing a video and we happened to get a clip of Webby.
And I suddenly popped up.
Webby popped up with a French techno.
So basically, if we can get 500 likes on this YouTube video, on 335 now, that means if you're watching now, just like it. If we get 500 likes by the end of the show, we will be playing Techno Webby. Let's go to the lines. David is on line 1. A call that says in front of me about Mourinho. You're hesitant on Mourinho for United, David?
Well, I will be, because my boy Walter, I've rang up this show before, so I know. Oh,
you're a blue? He's a blue.
I didn't know you were a blue. I didn't know you
were a blue. I mean, that's colour to be number 1 fan.
Well, listen, hang on a minute. I'm going to be giving an honest opinion here.
All right.
Be diplomatic. I know the lads in the studio probably muttering under their breath, get this Bertie off the station, but listen, I think Sanchez is an excellent player. And I do think it closes the gap between the two Manchester clubs. I think he's a sort of player who can take a game out of the scruff of the neck and make a bit of magic happen on his own. They're your special players. Suarez had it at Liverpool. Ronaldo had it in his pomp at United. Tevez had it when he came to City. He knocked the ball to him and he'd make something happen. Sanchez has got that in his game. But the only thing is, with United, when I watch him, which, you know, I know it can come across a bit biased as a City fan and all that, and I'm looking at it through, you know, not nice glasses towards United's corner. But I think with Mourinho, well, United have edged all the bets here on Mourinho. They're going for it. Since Ferguson's gone, they're throwing the kitchen sink at it. They're spending a lot of money. And I know City have, which is another story with the Arab millions and all that. You know my opinion, there's too much money in the game anyway. But United are really going for it. And next season, I think they're really going to want that big title. They're going to want the Premier League. They're going to want to bring it in their trophy cabinet because they're putting everything on it. And I think, but with Mourinho, I don't know if he needs to change his style of play.
Right, well,
hang on.
What are you saying?
I understand, right? As a City fan, I can understand why you've said that, because also, like, you think back to when we actually played City, and like I was saying, that was one of the games that I was referencing before, where I think Mourinho got it totally wrong, and it was in a way part the bus football. But I think in the majority of games this season, I mean, you think back earlier in the season when we were scoring 4 goals galore. And it has improved, and the style it has improved as well. And I think that with the right players as well, it's just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, David, cheers for that, David. Thank you for your call. He once snuck through. A City fan snuck
rang up on the wrong night.
Can you tell me?
Tuesday night you ring up,
my producer said he didn't know, so he slightly snuck through. We got more pressing things to talk about. If you are a United fan, you do want to get on. Let's not have the City fans taking over our time. Call us 0345 111 7625. Talking about the FA Cup, talking about Yeovil. It's a game that's happening on a Friday night. Webby, you can speak of this about the fans. It's TV land now.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going tomorrow. I've got other commitments on. A lad who I used to work with has not been too well, So we're having a night for him. Obviously, we'll take the match in. But there you go. We can't complain. The Friday night, the clubs can't even say one word. They've had all the money. They're going to play whenever they. And then you look now in this Liverpool-West Brom game, 7:30 Saturday night. This Saturday, it's 7:30. There's going to be a lot more of them. So we've just got to do it because they don't bother about it. We'll look at the move we've got for Crystal Palace, putting it on a Monday night now.
Yeah.
You know, they're not even thought about the lads up this neck of the woods, but we can't complain because we've had the money. What do we think about the game? It's going to be an hard game for about 20 minutes. We play the strongest team possible, get it won, bring the big boys off and save them for Wednesday night at Wembley.
Gaz, are you excited about the return of the FA Cup? United really got to kind of get go of it, because if you look at the trophies that are available for United at the minute, the Premier League, would you say, is kind of out of reach. The Champions League, it'll be a right battle, but the FA Cup, United can go all the way. We know we can go all the way, so surely this has got to be up there with our priorities.
I just think it's going to be a standard sort of boring professional performance, though. I think we'll make it clear straight away that we're the better team and just control things from then on. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game, to be honest.
2-0
yeah,
again.
2-0 is what I can really see. But professional performance, let's just get it done. And please, people watching it, let's not over-exaggerate if it's not the best performance ever. Like, if we lose, don't get me wrong, then we can moan.
Then we can kick off.
But let's not moan if we're not playing fantastic football against Yeovil. It don't matter.
Okay, so 3 minutes to go. We are 50 likes so we can hear Techno Webby at the end of the show. So get them 50 likes in, and then we can listen to Techno Webby. Do that now for us. Just hit the like button. Techno Webby, DJ Gaz on the remix, apparently. Sanchez, what happens with Sanchez? Oh, that was a bizarre noise. It's like a dying chicken in the corner. Sanchez, what happens to him? Do you stick him on? Do you wait, put him on the bench? Webby?
Have him on the bench, let him travel down, let him get used to being with the lads. Don't play him on a bad pitch. You know, we should have enough about us to beat Yeovil. That's no disrespect to Yeovil. I can't see the pitch being in great condition. I remember last time it was bad. Get him on the bench, maybe give him 5-10 minutes when we're 2 or 3 up. But if not, save him for Wednesday night. That's a bigger picture in my eyes. Tottenham away, we're due a performance at Tottenham. And a win. So we go big Wednesday night. We have enough in our squad to go to Yeovil and beat him. Let's do a professional job, unlike Bristol. We know it's going to be hard. They're going to be up against it. It's their cup final. Get the job won. Let's sort Wednesday out.
Gaz, so what are you saying about Sanchez? Does he sit in your squad in Yeovil? What do you do?
Completely agree with what Webby said, to be honest. Off the bench or off at half time, but we know that that's not likely to happen. So yeah, I'd like to see him off the bench about 60, 70 minutes. See him get some game time. Hopefully get us whet our appetite, ready for Wednesday, and hopefully he can carry on making Tottenham fans cry. Yeah, so I won't see you for the Tottenham game, so we might as well sort of preview that. We'll be here, obviously, afterwards. We'll be here with all the fallout the day after. We're here every Thursday. Tottenham game is going to be a challenge, the sort of first big challenge, no offence to Yeovil, since the signing of Sanchez, since United got to make a big statement. So there's a week coming up where they've got to get to the next round in the FA Cup, then they've got to beat Spurs. It's a must-win game against Spurs, I'd say, where we got to go to their backyard and just do them in.
Well, it's going to be an hard game. You know, they've got some great players. We've not turned up there for a good few years. We always used to win at Spurs. I'll always remember the 5-3, being down 3-0 at half time and trying to get out of the ground and being told by a steward he had to sit and watch the next 45 minutes of pain, and we scored 5 goals. So, you know, we're due a performance down there because we've not turned up last few years. Disappointingly, because Spurs are a good team, but not unbeatable at Wembley. They struggled at Wembley. Now let's go down there and put a Man United performance in and come back Wednesday night with 3 points.
Gaz?
I hope Mourinho just does what Fergie did that time. I remember Keane saying, I think it was Keane who said it, when they were losing at half time, and Fergie just went in and just went, lads, it's Tottenham.
Yeah, lads.
When it completely did them in the second half.
Yeah, let's go. Right, I'm going to get the signals from someone. Maybe we might be on Techno Webby. Are we ready for Techno Webby?
Play it.
Quick 4. 6 or 7 half we've been offered to. You look tired. Some of them have been in the world and disappointed.
And again.
Quick 4. 6 or 7 half we've been offered to. You look tired. Some of them have been in the world and disappointed.
I'm turning the knob up. And again.
Quick 4. 6 or 7 half we've been offered to. You look tired. Some of them have been in the world and disappointed.
I tell you what, he rides the beat quite well.
We need to make a longer version of that, surely. Gentlemen, we're coming to the end of the show. We want to thank you very much for taking part. Hopefully, win against Yeovil. Prediction?
3-1.
3-1, Webby, I didn't think that. Gaz?
2-0.
Thank you very much for everyone listening. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe on the Full Time Devils YouTube channel. Mark Matthews is up next. We'll see you for all the fallout after Tottenham next Thursday.
The Excess Manchester Football Social.